My name is Mariah Wozniak, and I'm a planner on the Unified Development Ordinance team with the City of Charlotte Planning, Design, and Development Department. I am joined today by my colleague Yolanda Jones, the Senior Project Manager for Community Outreach and Planning, Design, and Development. We are excited to share with you about the Unified Development Ordinance, or UDO for short, to explain a bit more about the project and how you can get involved in commenting on the draft UDO and other public engagement opportunities. We hope that you'll find this presentation helpful, and we thank you for tuning in with us this morning. During our time together this morning, we will be sharing background information about the UDO, outlining helpful resources that can increase or supplement your understanding of the UDO. We will also showcase the UDO public comment portal, which is housed on our website, and highlight upcoming public engagement opportunities for you to plug into with the UDO. To start us off, I'll dig into what the UDO is and how the project is developing in Charlotte. It is helpful context to understand who is working on the UDO at this point, as we have had several groups involved with developing the UDO, including a core team in planning, design, and development, a vast array of city and county departments providing their expertise and feedback as well. We also have a consultant team lending their expertise, insights, and best practices. In addition, our legal review team works to ensure the UDO is legally sound. We also have an Ordinance Advisory Committee, or the OAC, that has been integral to shaping the ordinance at a high level. The community and development industry are also invaluable partners in the UDO process. We are considering each public comment that we receive and value the participation and feedback we've heard through our engagement efforts, which we will touch on a bit later. As shown here, we've had many groups involved to get the components of the UDO to where we are and anticipate our continued partnerships. Each of the groups involved with the UDO process are helping staff to balance a number of interests that we heard during the comprehensive plan process. These include sustainability, affordability, cost of development, ease of administration, and the others listed above. We are working to thoughtfully harmonize those interests as we move forward. One of the major roles of the UDO is to provide the regulations needed to implement the vision established by the adopted comprehensive plan and other city-adopted policies. We are taking regulations from 8 different places and updating and consolidating them into one singular development ordinance. Most folks are probably familiar with the zoning ordinance, but this also includes subdivision, trees, streets and sidewalks, post-construction stormwater, floodplain regulations, erosion control, and driveway and access regulations, as you see here. So not only are we working to align the development regulations with one another, but we are also aligning development regulations with council-adopted policies like the comprehensive plan. One of the questions we are asked frequently is why develop a UDO? As I stated previously, it serves as the primary regulatory tool for implementation of the Charlotte Future 2040 Comprehensive Plan, which was adopted by City Council in June of 2021. The UDO also helps to create more predictability for future development in Charlotte and also works to align development regulations so that they work seamlessly together. In addition, developing a UDO can help incorporate best practices and revised development standards. It also consolidates development regulations into a single document where you can easily find the development regulations that you're looking for in one place. We also think it helps to create a more user-friendly ordinance and simplifies terms and creates common language across the document while also increasing the use of graphics. And lastly, to comply with North Carolina 160D legislation. And as you see here on your screen, on the left-hand side are the development ordinances as they exist currently, stacked up against the first draft UDO, which is obviously a little bit smaller, hopefully streamlined version. The UDO is essentially comprised of 5 broad buckets, as you see here. The UDO streamlines and combines regulations and standards for the document introduction, zoning, which includes districts, uses, and general development standards, stormwater and natural resources, subdivision, streets, and infrastructure, and UDO administration into one place. As mentioned previously, we think this approach increases usability of the development regulations in Charlotte. Beyond those 5 broader sections I just mentioned, the UDO is organized into 13 parts. As you see here, each part is comprised of one or more of the UDO's 40 articles. What you see on this slide is a more formal organization of the UDO and can show you exactly where you will find specific standards or regulations that you're looking for. For example, the General Development Zoning Standards is Part 8 of the ordinance and includes Articles 16 through 22. What you see now as the key UDO schedule dates, the first UDO draft was released in October of 2021. Since that time, we have been in a period of public engagement and accepting and reviewing comments on the first UDO draft. If you're familiar with the UDO project, you may know that our public comment period was recently extended until March 18th, which is 2 months later than the original public comment period. As such, staff are continuing engagement efforts and reviewing the comments that we are receiving on a rolling basis, which we will continue to do as we prepare the public hearing draft in May of 2022. So we are still seeking City Council public hearing on the UDO and a Planning Committee recommendation in June of 2022, and this puts us on target for a hopeful July 2022 adoption.
Thank you, Mariah. We would like to share a few helpful resources with you now. These are available to you via our website. We're hoping that in learning about these resources, you'll not only use them for yourself, but share them within your community. So where's the best place to learn about the UDO? Well, that's going to be our website. That is found at www.charlotteudo.org. Here is where you will find all things UDO, everything related to the UDO. On the website, you can read the current draft of the UDO, and most importantly, you can comment in our comment portal with your thoughts about the UDO in its first draft. Later in this presentation, we'll dive more into how the comment portal really works, and we'll walk you through how you can actually comment. Additionally, you can find helpful resources like a highlight summary and a quick reference guide, as well as watch educational videos and playbacks of our previous presentations, which we'll speak about more in just a moment as well. Information is available on the project schedule, frequently asked questions and yes answers, upcoming engagement opportunities, and more. Finally, it is so very important that you remain in the know, and the best way to do that is to sign up for project updates. By signing up, you will be informed via email and or text message of things like upcoming engagement opportunities, additional draft releases, and when any new helpful resources are released. So let's first chat about the reference guide. This is a 26-page document found under the Helpful Resources tab on our website. And yes, I know 26 pages seems like a lot, but we've done our very best to condense the 600-page UDO into an easy-to-understand document that kind of walks you through the first draft. This guide shows you exactly where to find information on specific topics of interest, and it also provides a summary of new regulatory concepts for the City of Charlotte, like residential overlays, parking tiers, tree preservation, and transportation improvements. Additionally, you will find under the Helpful Resources tab a 2-page highlight summary. And this highlight summary aims to provide a high-level summary on things like why the UDO was created, which I know Mariah spoke about a little bit earlier, and understanding how it is organized, methods for providing feedback, because there are multiple methods in which you can provide feedback, and finally, an infographic that shows key dates for the project so that you are in the know as to how this project is flowing. Both the reference guide and the highlight summary are PDF downloadable documents that you can share in your networks. Over the past several months, staff has conducted a series of 20 virtual community conversations, and we hosted these via Zoom. The conversations were tailored around 10 specific UDO topics and was attended by more than 300 people. These topics or these conversations were recorded, and they can also be found under the Helpful Resources tab. Each conversation was 1 hour in length and was offered twice on each date from 12 noon to 1 p.m. and again from 6 to 7. What you see on your screen here is a snapshot of our website and how those are laid out under that Helpful Resources tab. By clicking the title and the date of the conversation that you're interested in, you'll find a video playback, a PDF of the PowerPoint for that presentation, as well as a chat transcript for each meeting. These recordings may also be found on the CLT Planning YouTube page. And then finally, under that Helpful Resources tab, you will find our Choose Your Interest educational videos. This series of videos explores what the draft means for specific things like existing neighborhoods, new neighborhoods, existing businesses, and new development. Each video is designed to provide a high-level explanation of what changes the UDO could mean in each scenario. The videos are available in English, Spanish, and Vietnamese. These videos may also be found on our CLT Planning YouTube page as well. So to explain the UDO and why it's important, this educational series provides an introductory video that we would like to share with you now.
The City of Charlotte is excited to introduce our city's first ever Unified Development Ordinance, or UDO. The workings of city government can sometimes seem complicated, making it hard to understand why our neighborhoods look the way they do. Understanding how new growth is incorporated can also be confusing at times. This new, simplified document combines 8 updated ordinances into one place. The UDO includes standards for zoning, stormwater, trees, streets, and infrastructure. It modernizes our development regulations into a user-friendly format. Graphics, tables, and common terminology help simplify the process. To view the UDO, share your comments, and learn more about this project, visit charlotteudo.org.
Now that Yolanda has explained our range of UDO resources and you've seen our introductory video, I'd like to show you our online public comment portal and explain how you can make comments on the first draft UDO. Your feedback is important to us, and we invite you to provide your feedback on the first draft UDO. The best way to do this is through our public comment portal, which is found on our website at www.charlotteudo.org. And we are accepting comments on the first UDO draft through this portal through March 18th. We also have hard copies of our first UDO draft and comment cards available at library branches and YMCAs. However, the online portal is most efficient because staff can provide follow-up or seek clarity about specific comments if needed. Comments should be submitted by topic. General comments are welcome, but comments tied to specific UDO articles and sections are encouraged. And lastly, a video tutorial that explains how to use the public comment portal is available on our website. It provides a little bit more of an in-depth explanation and walkthrough than I will in just 1 second. All right, so I'm going to walk through how to use our public comment portal. First, you will navigate to charlotteudo.org, and then under the Public Comments tab, you will click Select Comments, Submit Comments Online, and you will submit comments by topic. So you can select Ordinance Introduction, Zoning Districts and Standards, Stormwater and Natural Resources, Subdivision, Streets, and Other Infrastructure, UDO Administration, or Global UDO Comments. And as you are reading through those sections and developing your comments, we do have a few helpful tips for commenting on the UDO. These are listed on our website, but we invite you to make your comments as specific as possible to let us know if you think we've achieved the goals of the comprehensive plan, as well as just provide us with a few details about you and where you reside, which helps better understand you and contextualize the comments that we receive. So once you've selected the UDO topic that you'd like to comment about, you will be prompted to enter your contact information for project updates to help us contextualize your comments again, like I said, and keep you updated on project happenings. And from there, the first article under that topic will populate, and from a drop-down list, you can select the sections within the article that you would like to comment on. And as you develop your comments, as I said, please reference the section number as part of your comment. So once you've selected those sections within the article and confirm your selection, you can continue. So from there, you'll type in your comment and click Submit Comment, then Continue. And you will then move to the next article of that topic that you've selected initially. And you can continue on in the same way, again, selecting those sections from the drop-down menu and adding in your comments. Or alternatively, if you don't have any comments for that article, select No Comments from the drop-down. Once you have finished completing all of your comments for that topic section that you've chosen, so here we're looking at the ordinance introductory section, you will submit the survey at the bottom as you see there in step 3. And once you've moved through all of the articles, it will lead you to a landing page that will then allow you to direct back to that topic selection page where you can move through other topics as necessary. I also would invite you to look at our comments that we've received thus far. You can navigate to that landing page by going to the Public Comments tab and selecting Latest Comments. We have received over 600 so far on the first draft UDO, and again, staff reviews and considers each comment on a rolling basis, and we do post those responses and those comments on our website on a rolling basis as well. So I think it's helpful to view those comments and responses on our UDO website, and also note too that the comments that we've received have helped us to narrow the topics for upcoming virtual listening sessions that Yolanda will speak about in just a second.
As we spoke about a little earlier, over the past several months, city staff has hosted and participated in several engagement opportunities, both virtual and in person, around the city. Staff participated in 11 pop-up events, from Biketoberfest to Food Truck Movie Night with Prosperity Village Association. These events, these pop-up events, they aimed to increase awareness around the UDO and promote our subsequent engagement events that were more specific in topic. We conducted 5 open house meetings throughout the city in partnership with the Mecklenburg County Park and Recreation and the Greater Charlotte YMCA. Each meeting allowed participants to really speak to subject matter experts one-on-one. You were literally able to walk up to a table and speak with someone about a specific topic within the UDO. And you were also able to provide us with your comments. If you came with comments, we had comment cards and things available for folks to write out their feedback, as well as the ability to share that with the staff that worked on that specific area of the UDO. As we referenced earlier, we did host 20 virtual conversations. And again, these were tailored around 10 UDO-related topics and were covered via Zoom. Each session included a short presentation with a question and answer period. And what we found is that offering these twice per day from 12 to 1 and from 6 to 7 was very successful and helpful for folks to be able to tap in at some point in their day. So we are going to continue to use this model for having those twice a day in our subsequent meetings. And I'll talk about a little bit about those in just a second, those upcoming meetings. So now that you've seen how what we've done, let's see what we're going to do and how you can remain engaged. We are very, very excited to invite you all to participate in Thursdays with the UDO. These virtual listening sessions are designed to yield the floor to you. Staff would like to hear your thoughts on specific topics, and the session topics that you see at the bottom of the screen are those topics for those upcoming virtual sessions. These topics really were derived from areas of the UDO that have garnered many comments and much interest. So we'll kick off on February 17th with heritage tree protection. On February 24th, we will then delve into short-term rentals. March 3rd, neighborhood 1 zoning districts. And then on March 10th, we will then talk about parking. Again, sessions are going to be offered twice per day on the scheduled date from 12 noon to 1 p.m. and then again from 6 to 7 p.m. To participate, you must register online at charlotteudo.org. And please note that based on the number of the registered participants, speaking times may be limited to a certain number of minutes. Because again, this is an opportunity for you to come and speak to staff and share your comments with staff. Feedback during these sessions will be entered into our comment portal following the close of each meeting. Remember, all meeting recordings, slides, and transcripts will also be made available on the UDO website where we showed you earlier in this presentation that you could find those previous recordings. And they will also be made available on the CLT Planning YouTube page. In closing, please remember and to join us for these upcoming engagement opportunities as you see on your screen here, and comment on the first draft of the UDO before the public comment period ends on March 18th. You are vital not only to the success of this UDO, but also to the future of this city. This is your city, Charlotte. Thank you for your time and attention during this process.